Welcome back to the Not Quite Millennials podcast. I feel no enthusiasm for this idea anymore now that we're doing it. I need to get a less noisy chair, because it's popping up.
I need to get a less noisy table.
You got a problem with that table? That table from 1998?
I like to lean on tables and stare intently.
You got a problem with that table that my parents probably got as like a wedding present? Like the set?
Do you think people give tables as wedding presents?
Well, like card tables.
Who plays cards anymore?
People in 1998 did.
That was a
Old
long
people
time ago.
in 1998. So they were like from the 60s when that was all you could do.
I love a good game of Rummy 500.
Yeah, it was either like Rummy 500 or get blown up by like some nuclear missiles, yeah.
Thanks, Russia.
Seems like history's repeating itself, right? Isn't that fun? Oh yeah, so welcome back to the Not Quite Millennials podcast with me, your host and only me, Colby.
Yeah, I'm just like his voice.
He's if anybody saw Men in Black 2.
I sure haven't.
Great. This is gonna fall on deaf ears because Bailey's the only one listening to this podcast. There's a little man with a head, that like two heads, but the other head is smaller and it's attached to his back, but like with a little Godzilla tail. You're that.
Thank you. I try to be that.
We're like a little mind parasite.
Like Mr. Mind from DC Comics.
Oh, you see? Little thing about our personalities, and by personalities I mean interests. I was going to make a reference to Legion, a Marvel property, which has a mind parasite, whereas Bailey was going to make an obscure DC reference because he's a loser.
Say it. Say you're a DC hater.
I'm not a DC hater.
He's
I think
a DC hater.
DC comics are better than Marvel comics right now.
That's right. You say that.
I mean, right now, Marvel movies are still better. I'm about like 2 or 3 years away from hating Marvel movies. So you can just wait till then.
Alright, I'll hold on.
And, well, you'll still have to go see all the movies with me. But,
we'll do it for you guys. Wink. Wink.
I already hate this podcast, guys.
No, it's great. It's great. It's great.
Honestly, I think that's the most solid take we've had so far. We might as well go through that. And we're still on the podcast. I'm using all of this little side conversation. That was not an edit point, guys.
Oh. But this sure is.
No, we're not edit pointing. I
Darn it.
You
are going to be up all night editing.
What are you talking about? This can be a short podcast.
Sure.
So this is our back to school podcast.
Because we're going back to school.
Oh, maybe back to school might be a bad. End of summer podcast.
Because we are ending summer.
That's what we're doing.
Well, we're not. The government is, and therefore Donald Trump is, and you know.
Dude, he would probably, like, if a bunch of people liked him for it, he would probably be like, I'm legally changing summer. But then he'd just tweet about it and not actually do it, and then anybody who says otherwise is, fake news.
Yes, as Not Quite Millennials, I feel like we're entitled to,
Hashtag not my president.
Yeah.
Wow, first podcast and we've already gone into politics. I'm sorry, fellas and fellettes.
Fellettes?
Yeah.
Can we do dudes and dudettes? It flows better.
You're a fucking loser. Oh no, I swore on our podcast. I thought it was going to be family friendly. How are we going to get sponsors if it's not family friendly? Okay, guys, I'd like you to know that the only reason we're doing this is to get free Harry's razors.
That's your motivation.
The only reason I'm doing this is to get free Harry's razors.
I just like money, even if it's only a penny. I legit just love money.
Bailey, I'd like you to know that the first $1 million we make from this podcast is going back into the podcast.
Alright, so this is the last time I will be on the podcast.
No.
I'm leaving.
You ever heard a one-person podcast? It's fucking sad, man.
Yeah,
I need to stop swearing. We're family friendly.
Starting now.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember. We're gonna be the kids bop of podcasts.
Do tell me, what do you consider family friendly? Like, what's too PG?
You can never be too PG. You
Or
hear
what's
that,
not
Harry's
enough
Razors?
PG?
Honestly, Harry's Razors, this is directly to you. Everybody else, pull out your earbuds right now. If you're listening on a speaker, take some tweezers, stick them in your ear canals, rip up those eardrums. Okay?
That was violent.
Harry's Razors. Our target demographic, or our audience, is your target demographic. We are your target demographic. We're young men exploring our bodies, removing hair,
Oh my god.
family friendly. Harry's Razors, give us free stuff.
All of the free stuff.
Okay, everybody, you can reinsert those eardrums. Don't worry, they could still hear that, though. They knew.
Definitely.
I sent out a
Yes, they
telepathic
knew when
message.
it stopped and started.
Okay, so maybe we should get to the actual subject.
Which is...
End of summer, back to school.
Yay.
So, Bailey, what does the end of summer mean to you?
It means I am literally going to get no sleep. And I will be cranky, and I will refuse to hang out with people.
But you're gonna keep doing this podcast, right, Bailey?
Of course, the podcast is
It's number one.
number one. Screw homework and all that. Can I say screw?
Yeah, that's the limit, though, and I'd like you to keep it to, like, one per episode.
Alright.
How are we gonna be YA7?
We're bumping it down to
I
YA7.
need the same rating as Zoe 101.
Oh, that was a good show.
So we can make some sausage jokes.
What about that episode where, like, she got possessed by a guy and it was on her butt?
Can you keep it PG, please?
That show is why.
You're making a fool of yourself. So, I drove on the highway today.
Ooh, tell me about this. Did you crash?
No, but also my legs are so long that I didn't realize that the way I was pressing the gas pedal, I thought I was like, oh, I'm pedal to the metal right now. My grandpa's Camry sucks. But it actually turns out, sorry guys, that my tendons were actually stopping me because my foot was like this. Like as you'll see, it's not going all the way down because I'm at an angle. So I needed to draw it back so I could fully put it down on the... And then I started going 80, and I couldn't stop, and I was scared. And then as soon as a car was in within 50 yards of me, I immediately hit the brakes on the highway, and it was horrifying. And then obviously I let off the brakes, but like...
Well then...
Ooh, it wasn't the best thing I've ever done.
You had quite a fast and furious day, huh?
That's, no.
I'm so funny.
So, one thing, when Bailey thinks end of summer, he thinks football.
I do think football.
I was mouthing that to him, but he was too stupid to get it.
He's blind as a bat, and he doesn't know how to get lip singles.
Singles.
Single.
That's my favorite musical artist, Lip, and her great singles. She's never released a full album. Not even an EP.
Who are we talking about?
It was a joke.
Oh, I thought you meant Meghan Trainor.
I've heard that song too much. My sister lip-synced to it in her talent show.
My lips are moving.
And she lost for a good reason. Because the other kid that did the same thing that happens like 5 times in every elementary school talent show is it's just a kid like doing a crappy. That's I know I'm getting a little racy for our PG audience.
I'm gonna have to interrupt you. That kid is a friend of mine. He is part of the Fab Five, and you will not insult him.
I haven't even finished what I'm talking about.
But you're insulting him.
Okay, so it's a kid doing a really poor,
amazing
karate routine on the stage, just kicking air, to Jack Black's Kung Fu Fighting from the hit movie Kung Fu Panda.
Not Kung Fu Panda 2.
There's a Kung Fu Panda 3. I don't know if you knew that.
Really? Is that the one with the swans?
You've said something there, and I just can't understand what you mean by that. You said with the swans.
Yeah. Were
there not swans in every movie? Probably.
There was like one.
Well, there was a crane. Cranes are basically Asian swans.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry to bring up race on the first episode of Not Quite Millennials.
Wow, race, politics, we're just...
I'm race baiting right now. Call me Joey Salads. Bailey doesn't get that.
I know who Joey Salads is.
He did a race baiting prank and then...
Was that like when he was in the alley and he was like holding up signs or something like that?
He did a lot of shit.
Oh, Joey Salads, come on our podcast.
So let's get that monetization. Jake Paul. How about him?
You know, I don't hate him as much as everyone else hates him.
I finally can say that I prefer Logan, even though he's also a liar, but he's a YouTube liar, so who cares?
I do like Logan. I like Logan better than Jake. But,
Jake is just, he's an idiot.
He was with his girl, Callie.
Was that his assistant?
And that changed him.
Oh, is that her name?
I think so.
The girl that was about to die in a week.
I think it was Kaylee.
Damn, that shit changed me.
Excuse you.
Sorry, I just broke free from the Disney Channel and now I feel like I can say, who the hell a flip are you?
You've graduated to Adult Swim. Congratulations.
That's a harsh jump. So let's talk about my celebrity crush, Karen Gillan. She shaved her head.
Is this...
in 2012.
The girl on Game of Thrones?
No, that's Natalie Emmanuel. She's my other crush.
Alright, so do tell, who is this first mentioned?
She's a Scot.
She's a Scot.
She's a bona fide Scot.
I can't like the Scots as an Irishman myself.
I'm sure you're somewhere in your...
I mean, I am
bloodline
part Scottish.
is yeah.
I'm 30% Scottish.
Okay, well then you can 30%
but
be
I'm
okay with this.
50% Irish, so I can't.
I'm typing it in for the podcast listeners. Who? Ha!
While he does that, mine is Emily Kinney, aka Beth from The Walking Dead. I still have not let it go.
I'm not really into her. Not into that. She looks too much like a Pixar character.
I like blondes.
Yeah, clearly. Let's see if I can find a picture of her shaved head. Hey, that's from an episode of Doctor Who that I just watched. That was her last episode on the show.
R.I.P. this character.
Well, I mean, she was killed by a weeping angel, but, it was intentional. I'm sorry to get nerdy on this nerd podcast.
Nerdy.
Wow, really, none. Oh, yeah, she was Nebula. I forgot to say that.
Gotcha.
So that's why she shaved her head, even though they could have just put a bald cap on her. Well, that's her head kind of shaved. That was, 2013, where it kind of grown back. That was from her first episode. Okay, we're done looking at this.
But she's back to long hair now.
Yeah, she is. And she was in the hit NBC comedy Selfie. Ooh, that was so... I want to talk about Selfie.
I heard there were no selfies in Selfie.
There were definitely some selfies.
You sure about that?
Okay, so here's my problem with it. it had some potential. It had a really good cast. It had Harold from Harold and Kumar.
Nope.
AKA, you know? Okay.
The only thing I know about the show Selfie is that it didn't have selfies.
It did have selfies, though.
Alright, so
that
yes.
was like, the screen transitions were like really comical selfie.
Well,
like, she'd be like hot and now I'm at a ranch or something.
well then, like Jon Snow, I know nothing about the show Selfie.
Wow, sick reference.
Thank
Sick
you.
2013
I try.
reference, pal.
I try.
Sick iFunny meme reference.
I have iFunny on my phone.
I deleted that like last year, I think. It was a long journey.
I never used it.
That's cool.
I see Death Note is on your computer.
Yeah, well, that's an anime, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure I want to. I don't want to be a weeb. Like, I'm one step away from being a weeb, I think. Like, I just watched I've watched through Doctor Who. Like, up until...
I thought a weeb was, like, anime.
Yeah, it's anime. It's, Jared Nguyen, or whatever he's going by. Nguyen.
New Gen.
Change your name every day. This is gonna come off like we're sounding racist for people that don't know the world I live in.
Yeah, we can't just assume this stuff, huh?
No. Well, I mean, that's gonna happen anyway. As a white man. I'm glad I'm spending my podcast scrolling through my Netflix right now.
Edit point?
No. This is gold. And I'd appreciate it if you would acknowledge that.
This is...
Okay, end
gold.
of summer. Let's finally get to the actual purpose of this episode.
What do you plan to do with your last day of summer tomorrow?
I'm gonna sit in my room and type. Isn't that fun?
Very fun.
Honestly, dude, my summer ended in like July. It was like the last day at York or whatever.
That's a thing we did.
That was the thing we did, but we don't need to go into that.
We'll talk about our vacation adventure some other time, apparently.
Fine, we can recap the summer.
Well, I was just remembering the little girls that attacked you before. That could be a thing.
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
That we'll save that story for later. We don't wanna...
TBC?
To be cocked.
To be continued.
Wow. And this boy has never seen any of the Back to the Future movies.
That is true.
Honestly, it was a real disappointment. I don't even know why we're friends at this point.
Alright, well, my thing is I was gonna watch it, like, the day it was, like, happening or whatever.
October something.
2015, right? And then I didn't feel the need to, and then I was like, well, if it's already passed, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but also not cool, man.
El Dorado.
I need to close out of this. Let's hope that doesn't. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it. Sometimes it autoplays if you do it wrong. If I do it wrong.
The Defenders.
I
How was that show?
I've seen the first episode. The acting is real bad. Like, especially from this girl, who played Colleen Wang. I don't.
I'm sorry.
Get it.
What was her last name?
I don't know if you've seen Transformers 2. Have you? Have you seen?
I have.
You seen? So, Ken Jeong's, not Kim Jong-il.
I love his character.
Yeah, him. The whole joke was that his last name was Wang.
Chicken Wang.
And now you're still laughing at it. Your sense of humor is at Michael Bay level.
Michael Bay is the bomb. Get it? Because he likes
I got
explosives.
it. Good job. Good job. Yep, I'm proud of you.
Chicken Wang. Alright. Chicken Wang.
Ray Parker Jr. over here. Oh. Okay, so we got to do our classic segment. Marvel versus DC news. Of course, Marvel news coming from Colby, and DC news coming from Bailey.
Google.
Yes, that is what I'm doing. Good job.
I do not have mi teléfono.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read headlines.
Sounds good
And
to
if
me.
I'm interested. Okay, so we got our Marvel news here. The Punisher may feature another Marvel hero. Boy, isn't that interesting.
Is that the one with Shane / rubs my head a lot from The Walking Dead?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Just checking. Ooh, while we're talking about
Oh,
Marvel,
gross.
let's take a moment of silence for the stunt worker who was killed, who wasn't really a stunt worker.
What happened?
You didn't hear about that on Deadpool? Oh wait, that's not Marvel.
It is. That counts as Marvel. It's not just MCU.
R.I.P. her.
Well, I mean, that's always a risk you take. Obviously, it sucks for the family.
Very
But, like-
sympathetic. I appreciate this coming from you.
What?
Your sympathy, it's
Sympathy
amazing.
for a dead lady?
Ouch. That's...
What?
It's cold.
How is it cold
Like
to say
her
that
body.
she's dead? Okay. Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry. I used the Lord's name in vain right there, and my grandma would be so disappointed. Oh, no.
Hit me.
And this is why Marvel Comics sucks right now.
I can't see, I'm blind. Oh. They're dabbing.
They're all dabbing.
They are all dabbing. And they have paper bags over their heads.
So, I'm just gonna real quick go into why I kind of hate Marvel Comics right now. And why, one of the reasons why I'm not, reading them as much. I mean, the first reason is that, it's so much work and so much money. So much money.
But it looks cool when you have a bunch of boxes just full of comics that
It's
you
a
never read.
fucking waste, man. No, you read them very delicately, and then you put them in a box, and like in a plastic bag and board. Then you put them in a box, and you store them in the closet upstairs to eventually be worth less than you bought them for.
Womp womp.
But okay, so the real reason why I'm not is that I'm gonna sound like my uncle here, my comic book uncle. But Marvel right now is very much like fan service, but not for the real fans, for the people for Tumblr girls. So
Tell me more.
So it started. Okay, so Deadpool kind of started this off. Deadpool has kind of always been that.
Come on, Deadpool's good.
No, the movie was great, and the comics recently haven't been great, but the comics before that were okay.
Oh, we're talking about comics. That's right.
Yeah, this is Marvel Comics right now, and Spider-Gwen, who originally showed up in.
Is
in
that
the
like a
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man version of Gwen Stacy?
Yes, from a universe where Gwen Stacy got bit by the spider, and then Peter Parker eventually became the Lizard because he wanted to be a special boy.
Was Mary Jane in this story at all?
Yeah, I think she might have been in the same band as her. I haven't read her run in a little while. And also it was right before Secret Wars, which the Marvel Universe blew up. Or no, it collided into a ton of other universes. So all the storylines got redone, and it that really angered me.
It was like as if it was similar to DC, who reboots itself every...
Yeah, that was the first time that Marvel had pulled a DC, which I wasn't a huge fan of.
Yeah, DC Rebirth.
Rebirth was, I heard it was pretty good.
It's good. I'm waiting for the Hawkman one to come out.
On trade paperback?
Just to come out. It hasn't come out yet.
Rebirth was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they still have new titles.
Oh, you're not talking about the Rebirth one, you're talking about the new universe.
Sure.
Or the rebooted.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as I was saying, Gwenpool was good, Deadpool was fine. But this is what really got my goat, ladies and germs.
Got your goat kicking.
Sure. Gwenpool. is the most ultimate, like, Tumblr OC bullshit. And I hate it. And people, like, name drop, Madison Jade.
Yes.
You know who that is?
I do. That is a professional writer for a website.
We are as professional. Like, if we get one sponsorship, we're as professional as she is. I'm sorry. I have something to prove. Good one, Bailey.
I try.
But, so she's, like, a huge fan, and she's very much, like, in the Tumblr girl circle.
Definitely.
Sorry. Tumblr people.
You can't assume gender like that, man.
Well, no, because, yeah. So, she's like a super big old fan of that. And I'm like, one, and I don't want to call out fake fans, but like...
Fake fans, fake fans, fake fans.
She is a fake fan.
Am I a fake fan of DC?
I think you don't claim to be like the ultimate DC fan. At least not specifically for the comics.
Oh yeah, I've read.
You can't, like, you don't call yourself a nerd because you watch the animated movies, which admittedly DC animated movies are actually pretty good, guys.
That's 2 points on DC. 1 point Marvel. Continue.
Yeah, but that's a real big point.
Actually, though, DC movies have been going down, like the animated ones.
The anime, yeah, Killing Joke wasn't great. I saw that.
Batman and Harley Quinn was not good.
Oh yeah, and didn't they do another one, like very recently?
They did the Killing Joke.
Yeah, Killing Joke was last year. I know because I rented it.
Yeah, Batman and Harley Quinn. Rip Paul Dini's career used to be so good.
Yeah. Is what's his face still doing all the voices for that?
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Yes,
He also does it for the video games too.
Yeah, he's still going strong.
Yeah.
Let's try our Batman impressions.
I am Batman.
Darkest day. Blackest
Quiet
night.
nights.
I think I mixed up Batman with Green Lantern.
Actually, you did. Oh my god, that's so funny. I'm sure there's been, like... See, DC is kind of guilty of that too sometimes. Where they'll be like, Batman is now a Green Lantern. Which, you know...
Or a White Lantern, I think.
Was he a White... No, Kyle Reese. Not Kyle Reese.
Didn't, like, the entire DC universe become a White Lantern at one point?
Black Lantern. Because they were all killed, and then they all became Black Lanterns, and then there was some, like, full universe refresh, I think.
DC is great.
DC is some bullshit, but so is Marvel, so DC is still good.
Which is why Image Comics rules.
Most of Image Comics is just like Boobarella from The Simpsons.
The Walking Dead.
Let's be honest, like, that's still going, but it's not as good as it used to be.
I mean...
There's only so much you can do with zombies, and the entirety of pop culture... Can you open the door for her?
Oh, yeah.
The entirety of pop culture has already explored that. Like, look at Game of Thrones. That has zombies in it.
Those are not zombies.
Those are so zombies. Those are the most
okay,
zombies.
You know what? If we're talking about Game of Thrones, let's talk about how bad it is. Because you're always trying to mac on my Walking Dead, so let's mac on your stupid
Game of Thrones is clearly better. There's boobs in Game of Thrones.
I mean, you had to have seen the articles, though, about how the chains, where the hell the chain came from, and then how those...
That was meant to make... Like, okay, so my justification for that...
Quote, zombies just got to walk into
They are zombies.
Got to walk into the water randomly after the people left. That didn't make sense. Do you just go to, like, Home Depot and buy some waterproof zombies? I think not.
So, what your argument here is, Game of Thrones is bad because zombies got wet.
The writing is bad.
This season, the writing has definitely, like, they haven't written at all, pretty much.
Cinematography, sure, they are great.
It's a beautiful show
to look at, but...
And I I do think the better days of Game of Thrones are like they're behind it.
I think everyone should just fight and then it'd be over.
Good job! Just to be clear, that wasn't an edit point. Do not edit that out.
You said edit point.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so, and another thing, as I was talking about Marvel, this is an official Marvel release and all the characters are dabbing. That's so stupid.
No, it's so cool. It's like...
Shut up.
Listen, we're not quite millennials. We have to like dabbing.
No, I think dabbing is for millennials.
No, definitely
No,
not.
because dabbing got to Hillary Clinton, so it would have had to, like...
Yeah, but Hillary
Remember that?
Clinton is like...
She doesn't listen to the not quite millennials. We are underrepresented, guys. Rallying cry for Marxist socialism.
I bet Bill Clinton listens to us.
Bill Clinton listens to all the young boys.
Ouch.
All the boys under 15. Sorry, Willie Clint.
Tin.
Good job. So yeah, Marvel Comics kind of suck right now. Yeah.
DC, Arrow, Flash, Legends are all coming back on pretty soon.
Legends is trash.
Legends is trash.
Flash, I
It's
haven't
great.
checked in a while.
It's
Season
great.
2 I got really into.
Season 3 kind of was bad because it was very depressing.
The beginning was a bit confusing because like they assume a lot of things about the viewer, but
Yes.
I don't read DC Comics that much. Like I only read the occasional like Batman run, like a 6-issue run.
One of the big issues was it was being marketed as like the Flashpoint season. Like they were gonna like have a bunch
Which
of things
is
change.
so stupid.
And
like,
it only lasted one episode.
and then he like messed up the universe, and he's like, maybe I shouldn't try that again.
Yeah, but then nothing really changed. I mean, Cisco was mad for a little bit, but then like he was fine. Like a baby
I never got
turned.
past that.
Baby got turned from a girl to a boy. I guess the biggest thing was, spoiler alert, Killer Frost.
Killer Frost was Caitlin.
Yes. Dr. Snow. Oh, what's his name? Harry Potter guy. He's out.
Daniel Radcliffe or
No.
Rupert Grint.
The blonde
Neville.
one. The blonde one. The evil one.
Malfoy?
Yeah, Malfoy.
Wait,
He was
he's
on-
out and proud as a homosexual man, or
No,
like just
he is
and
out
about?
of the cast of The Flash.
Oh, was he in the Flash?
He played Julian for all of season 3. He was a main cast member.
Oh yeah, I saw the third. I got up to the third episode, but those like CW shows go up to like 20 episodes a season, so I can't keep up with that.
Hey, at least it's not like General Hospital or whatever, which is
General
like
Hospital
30
doesn't even
episodes per
have
season.
seasons, if you ask me.
Maybe it's
just one
ER.
long.
One of those things.
They're basically the same thing.
Yeah. You know what was a good show, and I just found it on YouTube again? Flight 29 Down.
I have that book somewhere here.
Do you?
It's something like that. It was a real weird book, I remember. It was at the book fair. It was one of those like featured books at the book fair, and we had to watch the book trailer for it in the library. But yeah, okay. So Marvel Comics suck. Game of Thrones is good, but this season they're just kind of throwing everything out the window. It looks beautiful. The CG is really good.
For the most part.
Where I did not see any bad CG in Game of Thrones.
Jon Snow petting the dragon up close.
That didn't look bad.
It kind of looked blocky.
No, it didn't. You're just trying to find things.
I think they blew dragon budget in that episode 4 or whatever. While we're talking about the dragons, rip Viserys. Viseron? Is it Viserys or Viseron?
It's not Viserys.
So it's Viseron. Rip that one.
Yeah, that's awesome that he's going to be an ice dragon, though.
I was so sad.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, I'd rather it be, the
That was the one that they locked up for 4 seasons, if anybody remembers
and
that.
the green one.
Huh?
The green one was locked up, too.
Yeah, but I think that one's going to die, too.
No, I don't think so. I think he's gonna duke it out with his one that he was locked up with.
And then he's gonna die.
Yeah.
They're both gonna die, but
That would
then
be really
I don't.
sad.
But I think that they'll kill the Ice King. What's his name?
Oh no.
Whatever. The Lord of
The guy who is Bran.
What? No, I'm
Yes.
not subscribing to that theory.
No, I believe it.
No. Okay, I'm looking up some DC news here.
Good.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, we're shooting a podcast.
Shooting?
Shooting a podcast.
Shooting.
Okay, so where's the cameras?
They're always watching.
So I put a piece of tape over it so the CIA and NSA can't watch it.
That's what I do.
Wow.
Alright, let's go.
You guys are really cool. I'm sorry. That was
Hashtag
my
featuring
landlord.
His landlord, Keith.
Don't you?
Keith Swanson.
Is that a Ron Swanson joke?
Ron Swanson.
Okay, DC movie news. Okay, this is what we got, folks. Shazam is gonna shoot soon.
Shazam or Captain Marvel? Does it
Shazam
matter?
because Marvel owns the trademark Captain Marvel.
Right. They can't promote him as Captain Marvel, but they can still call him it.
I do think that they might do the thing where like all the posters say like Shazam, but like it's not like a full poster until the very end, and then it's Captain Marvel.
I don't think they can do that.
Or just yeah, that's
Similar
rough.
to how my school could not advertise our Cinderella production
that
with
was
the
actually
word
pretty funny.
Cinderella. Because
So does the shoe fit? Was that
Disney,
one of the things?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my
And
god.
something like when the clock strikes 12, come see our show. Yeah, it was good.
You got any DC news just in your belt in the past couple weeks? Because I'm not finding any good stuff.
Wonder Woman broke another record.
Ugh.
That's now the most high-grossing domestic superhero origin film. Something like that. And if it gets like a lot of money in Japan, it'll become just plain the top grossing superhero origin film.
I mean, that's not great.
The OG Spider-Man has it beat by about like 20 million.
Well, that
I
was
think.
because in that time you had X-Men, the first one, and then that was it. Like, Batman was killed so much by Batman and Robin, or Batman Forever, one of them. I
the
can't
one
remember
with
which.
Uma Thurman. You know, I don't hate it. I kind of like it, actually.
It has a fun sensibility to it, and like, it's ridiculous, and I liked that. But also, it's Batman. Don't mess with Batman, please.
But you know you love the bat nipples.
The bat nipples were such a small part of the mess that movie was, and I think it's weird that people would. That's where the line is. The bat nipples. Like, it's just ridiculous. Okay, yeah, so
Other news? Not really. I mean, Wonder Woman is great. Haters back off. Yeah, that's. I mean, there's like nothing happening right now.
okay, so let's go back to our back to school. Okay, fine, go ahead.
Gotham City Sirens may have been canceled and is now just turning into a Harley Quinn movie.
Oh, yay.
So, you know, that's kind of sad, actually. Well,
Okay, can we go over who the Gotham City Sirens are? So we got Batgirl,
it was going to be Batgirl, Catwoman,
right?
Harley Quinn,
Who do you
and
think would
maybe Poison
they
Ivy.
would have gotten to play Catwoman in this new DCEU?
I can tell you who they wouldn't. The star of the
Anne Hathaway.
2003 Catwoman movie, Halle Berry.
She's still looking good. Is she?
Right,
Well, let's
but
look that up.
that movie was
They
a
wouldn't.
disaster.
Yeah, that was bad. Actually, I haven't seen it. I know that the Catwoman game was really bad.
Just think of that movie Call or whatever that she was in.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
It was like that 911 movie.
Oh, was she the 911 operator?
She was.
Oh, that seems super boring.
Who
That
could
seems
be
like some
Catwoman?
fast cuts.
No, that was a good movie.
Halle Berry. I don't think I'm spelling this right, Billy. Is it just like berry, like the blue variety?
I have no idea.
Apparently. 2017 age. That's so stupid. She's in a new movie. She's in Kingsman, I think. She's not looking that bad. Whoa. Girl, like, just...
What?
Like, know your age. You know?
Similar to Julie Chen on Big Brother.
You know what? She's still working it. Good for her, man.
Listen, the Chenbot lives on forever. Do you know why she's called the Chenbot?
Because she's just a robot.
Well, yeah.
Is it because she's more of like, she's basically just regurgitates the teleprompter and probably doesn't do anything?
Season 1, she said the "but first" the same exact way with the same exact look, and someone made a loop on YouTube.
But
that
first.
went viral.
And like now, and like season,
not now, like
last a couple
like
seasons
in
ago?
2007 or 6, like it went viral on YouTube.
Wait, so
It was from 2000, the first season, and they cut her like from every episode just going but first, but first, but first.
wow, it's almost as if she has like no interest in actually doing that. She just gets paid money.
Now she likes it.
Are you sure?
Yes, because her husband is the president of CBS.
That logic doesn't hold up, but okay. So back to school. We're doing our fifth.
Get it? Because we're going back to school. High school's really disappointing. It's nothing like the musical.
No, I mean high school's really fucking me, man. I don't care about sponsors anymore. High school's really messing with me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I definitely knew it was going to be hard, and I mean, I guess I am kind of a defeatist guy, but yeah, I'm in, like, all the high placement classes, which I don't think I should be. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of a phone call. I've made such a horrible mistake. But yeah, high school is really not great.
Make it what you want. If you want high school to be great, you can do it. If you want high school to be enjoyable, you can do it. You put your mind to it and you get it done.
See, I kind of thought that was true. And, you know, maybe I'm not putting enough into it. Maybe it's my fault.
Well, I think it's just a lot to juggle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's mainly the school part too, but I should learn to manage my time better.
Ditto.
You know, I'm recording a podcast here when I should be working on my essay.
I don't have an essay to write.
Okay, so if like future me is listening to this when I haven't turned in my essay, and my teacher's like, "Hey, I found your podcast where you said you weren't doing it," I'd be like, "Oh God."
That'd be strange. Sorry. That'd be strange.
Okay, so recap of the summer. It was fine. I didn't do much, but yeah.
Yeah, it was alright.
I got a laptop, so I pretty much just sat in my room and watched YouTube all summer, which was really sad.
I got an Xbox, so I just sat and played wrestling all summer.
I would say PC Master Race, but I got a Mac, so I can't. I'm exiled from that community. I wanted to use Final Cut, okay? Jeez.
Is that what this is?
No, that's GarageBand.
Oh, hello, GarageBand.
That's like a main stage, but not. Main stage is like the... So you know how you have iMovie?
Yep.
For video editing that comes with the Mac and your phone?
Mm-hmm.
And like their Apple's premium, like actual video editing software for people that actually need it is Final Cut, which is like $300 if you don't get it with the education pricing. So, and then this is like iMovie, but for a program called Main Stage. So yeah. Jesus, I'm already tired. This isn't a very high energy podcast.
We need to make it a high energy podcast.
Woo!
Let's talk about Canopy, because that was a thing we did.
It started raining.
It started pouring, one may say. I had to cross the entire park.
Raining, it's pouring, it's snowing.
Wow, that actually sounds really creepy.
Thank you.
We
I
could
worked
make a
very
horror
hard on
movie.
it. No, we
should.
couldn't. Actually, I'm kind of interested, like,
Let's make a horror.
on it. Definitely when I get that editing software, and like the iPhone shoots at 4K. But we can get like 1080p 60 frames a second, and if it's in decent lighting, we can get like some okay cinematography for what we got, you know. I'm interested in kind of making some, like, not only these podcasts, but maybe extending out, making like short films, which is
Or
sounds super
skits.
pretentious. Or skits, yeah. I mean,
We could have a weekly cooking show, which is like not actually cooking, but like making a mess.
that's already like how to basic, so.
But what if we got like a studio?
If we got a studio, which would be like 20 years down the line, when we've made $1 a podcast, and weekly, so let's do that math real quick, was
52 times 4 is like $208 bucks.
wait, no, so it's 52 times 20, so this is assuming we're making $1 a podcast, that's $1,000. Turns out we can't purchase a studio, or even rent out a studio. Well, we could probably rent out a studio.
For a month.
We could put a down payment on a small studio. A studio apartment in Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
Alrighty. In pre-gentrified Cleveland.
You know what happens in Cleveland?
Probably some drug deals.
The Browns get defeated weekly.
Isn't on back when I used to play Madden, back when I played video games like a loser. Oh yeah, I got you a ring pop. I forgot about that.
You got me a ring.
I'm so glad you did that, but we got filters on here. Sorry, I did that on outside of the filter.
Actually, I
Catch,
do
Bailey.
like ring pops.
Did that sound good? So now I'll be crinkling the ring pop wrapper.
Okay.
Oh, your face is so smooth.
It's not working. My finger's wet from popping. That's a good ring pop.
Hey everybody, he couldn't open the package.
Huh?
Toss me the package, I can do it.
No, I got it.
Do you?
I did.
Just do it like a chip bag. Damn it, give me a heads up. Are your, like, fingers oily or something?
No. Just...
Ladies and gentlemen, he has dropped it.
So far.
That's a waste of a good ring pop.
That is. I'm gonna get it, don't you worry.
Thank you.
Do you want to hear some, I'm gonna casually slide this over.
Oh, Jesus.
Would you like to hear some family news?
Family news? Yeah, go ahead, man.
All
Well,
right.
do you want this on the podcast?
I don't care.
Oh, wow, fine.
I really don't care.
What if this podcast gets super successful, then what?
Then,
Like, now everybody knows where you live.
honestly, 32 Royal Circle, come say hi. Salem.
Derry, New Hampshire. So,
And
yeah.
603. Yeah, my sister's moving out the
Whoa.
15th.
What
And,
about her gal pal?
That's not her gal pal, remember?
Oh, they stopped being friends?
Right. Well, they started again, but now it's only, I think, because she's moving out.
Wow, that really killed a relationship.
I
Well,
also,
you know, that if you, like, move in with a romantic relationship partner, with, like, a girlfriend or boyfriend, or other friend.
she's moving in with a lesbian couple.
Is she trying to explore herself?
I'll let her figure that out.
Yeah, she is too old to explore herself. You know what? You're never too old to explore yourself.
Yeah, have you ever seen Grace and Frankie? That's a great show.
I just know that the Netflix banner had some identical purple dildos.
They sell them in the latest season. It's customly made for old ladies.
What does that mean?
It's like, it's easy grip or something, so it doesn't hurt their hands. And
oh boy.
It's a great show. Do you know the premise?
Yeah, it's just two horny old ladies.
No, their husbands ditch them for each other. Because they are like, hey, we've been pretending to be we're gay. We've been pretending for like 20 years. It's really shitty, actually.
That's not a really shitty thing. Well, I mean, it's definitely, like, not fair. But I'm, like, obviously it's not fair for either party.
Well, I think the guys got the better of it because, like,
they found love together.
They found love in a hopeless place. That teeny, whatever you call their girly friend, almost moved out of our house as well. Because she got into a disagreement with my mother for 2 minutes. And then she was like, I'm moving out.
Wow.
Because she's crazy.
Trouble in paradise. You got some trouble in paradise, Bailey?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's all good now. Bruh.
Oh, okay. We can't let X leave. He's the chosen one.
I snuck out of the house, so he wouldn't know I was coming here.
Because you weren't man enough to tell him that he couldn't come?
No, I would, but then I would have to put him... I really don't like 8-year-olds. I don't like being the oldest sibling.
Dude, welcome to my world. Eventually you'll just start hating him and like not
I've already gotten to that point.
Putting up with him.
Like, he still just follows me around and I've just stopped doing stuff with him.
And it's a real shame because you kind of like, well, at least people tell you that like, oh my god, they love you so much they just want to like be around you all the time.
Yeah, and then you feel bad.
But you're like, oh, but I just can't, you know? I have me to attend to and I'm number one.
Exactly. Well, I'm number one, but I agree.
We can't both be number one.
Speaking of numbers, if you would like to buy a bracelet for $3,
this episode brought to you by
Team Tommy number 5. Get it? We were talking about numbers, so number 5. We have them.
Wow, that is a loose segue.
We have them in.
Okay, rule
yellow
number 2,
and
because we
gray.
never ended that rule segment
We
from
are like
50
Mr.
minutes
Barbary.
ago.
You know
Jeez.
that?
I got hit by a Volkswagen once. Oh yeah, Mr. Barbary's dead for any of you guys that don't know.
R.I.P.
Rip Barbs.
That fence hopping, volcano exploring man.
I miss him. I miss him in his shoe polish head.
I miss him in his awesome album.
That was a great class. I mean, I was terrified of him, but it was a great class.
He called me stupid and then also said he wasn't insulting me.
No, I mean, it's just a fact. Like, how can you get insulted by a fact that's stupid? And anyone that gets insulted by that is stupid.
Of the two of us, I am the dumb one.
Yeah, you really are the dumb blonde, man. You're the dumb redhead that's not a redhead.
I'm the dumb blonde who used to be blonde.
Yeah, I really hope this is, like, recording, when the screen goes black.
Alright, so I've been waiting to talk about this with you, but you told me how to wait. So we're going to talk about, instead of your rules, because screw rules.
Whoa.
Whoops, I used it. We are going to talk about circle pizzas cut into triangles, placed in square boxes. Why?
When you say triangles, you mean, like, pizza slices.
Yes.
Okay.
They are inspired by triangles.
If you want, like, the real reason, because not only is it much easier to produce square boxes, you know, than it is circle boxes.
Circle boxes would be so cool, though. Continue.
It's also easier to fold square boxes, and for the circle pizza thing, the dough just, so you got your center point, where the dough starts, a big glob of dough, and then you slowly push it out equally. Like, unless you're making Sicilian pizza, because that's in, like, a pan.
Or beach pizza.
Beach pizza is like a Sicilian, New York hybrid. It's like thin Sicilian. I honestly like Tripoli's is pretty much Sicilian, so like I prefer that kind of pizza.
Is Tripoli's like a known thing, or is that local to us?
It's like a New England thing, like a northern Massachusetts.
We are from the greater northeast region.
Northeast.
Is that what it's called?
We're from southern New Hampshire.
Moo. You know, because we're cow country.
You're thinking of Kansas.
No, we're cow country, New Hampshire. But there's like no cows over here.
Yeah, there is. There's some farms. Like if you go, like, I didn't realize how close we are to farms because we're like kind of off 28.
We're basically Boston. Like, because when people think of New Hampshire, they think of the mountains, and that's not us.
We're basically Lawrence, the drug capital of the Northeast.
But we're like not. Well, we have a lot of.
We're
drugs.
like the first stop on the drug trail that goes north.
That's because we're a Passover town, which is really sad.
Yeah, we got like specific motels made for drug deals.
Yeah, hashtag Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, Jesus, man.
That place.
Hey, Red Roof Inn, if you'd like to sponsor us, we'll do drugs on our podcast.
Some may say we're already high.
High on life, man. Hey.
That was a connection.
That was because we're really stupid. Don't want to brag, but we're stupid.
I was expecting this ring pop to be cherry, and it's blueberry.
It's blue raspberry, and also the package said blue raspberry.
The colors always lie on the package.
Nope.
Snow cones, those are good.
I'm glad you brought that up. Just kidding. I have nothing to say about snow cones.
SpongeBob Pops, those are good.
I prefer Dora Pops because because I don't conform to gender stereotypes. I care about my towels, and when children rub their grimy, slime-covered food coloring hands on them, my nice towels. I'm never having kids specifically because of that. And I'd like all of you to know that.
No, you have to have kids. Because I want to be the godfather. Because then I could, like, pretend to be, like, magic and, like, bring presents every once.
But you also have to know that kids that age are not going to see the Godfather.
I'll be, like, the cool uncle who drops by every year and just, like, gives a bunch of presents and then leaves mysteriously.
Hey, Bailey. Boy, do I have a bit of a scary idea for you to think of. So, as you said, we've been friends for 6 years.
Yes.
God damn, we've been friends for 6 years. That's fucking horrifying.
That's, like, a large part of our lives.
That's more than a third.
Yes.
That's like...
There have been good times. There have been bad times.
We got in a fight this summer between 5th and 6th grade.
That is...
It was a stupid fight, and I think I just wanted to get it out of the way, and maybe that's why I did it.
That is the secret to a good friendship, though, is
have a fight
breaks.
Like maybe a quarter or like a couple of years through, like, yeah.
We also take breaks from time to time.
Yeah, I mean that's just every friendship. I think if like we were 100% all the time,
there's a point where there's too much Colby and too much Bailey.
Honestly, Bailey, you're pretty good at that because rarely do I ever think, oh, this is too much Bailey. Because, like, you're usually the one to back off. I'm a bit needy, guys. I don't know if you know that about me.
I do. I'm flaky. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, you are lucky if I show up.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it is kind of a miracle. Like, so he was like, oh, yeah, maybe, like, 3, but probably later. That's what he said yesterday. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, that's fine. So, and then I was like... So then I typed him and I was like, so what, 3? And he's like, no, it'll be later. So then,
which was correct.
At maybe like 4:30, 4:34, around there, I was like, hey, where are you? And he's like, yeah, they won the Fab Five, so we're going to dinner. I was like, I don't know what that means. I don't know about
with
football.
The Fab Five.
With who is Fab Five? Like Mickey,
am
Donald,
I name
Goofy.
dropping? I'll say first names: Heidi, Tony, Roman, and the Twins.
Oh, that Fab Five?
Yeah, they're the Fab Five. You've never heard them? No?
No.
That's a thing. They call themselves that.
What is 5 in Italian? Cinque?
Un, deux, trois, quatre.
You're thinking of not Italian
I
there.
stopped at 4 as well.
Yeah, so that's real weird. They're very Italian. Good one.
Wait, what was the question?
There wasn't. Oh no, I was just talking about why you were late.
Oh, yeah.
And so yeah, it's
I
a
didn't show up
miracle
that
that
much
we're
later.
even friends because, as he said, he's flaky, I'm needy, so that's like a rough combination to work with. But this is what I was originally gonna bring up, is that there's a solid chance that we're like 3/8 of the way through our friendship.
Or
If it goes the normal route of like stopping when we hit college,
that's sad.
which is, most friendships in high school.
But they also say if your friendship lasts more than 5 years, it is likely to stay there for life.
I don't think those kind of rules actually apply. Like, I don't know. I'm not on Facebook, so I think the only way you'd be able to interact with me is if you were like gonna send me handwritten letters.
Is this your long way of saying that you don't want me to be your godfather?
I mean,
I understand.
no, I mean,
Nope, it's fine.
I'm not one
No,
to make
it's
new
okay.
friends. Am I? I don't know what I am. I don't know myself.
Gravitate towards you, but I don't think you latch on to them. If
Yeah,
that
but when I
makes
do
sense.
latch on, it's scary for them, because boy do I latch on. I'm like a tick with Lyme disease.
Da-da-da.
That's why Bailey's so poisoned. My mind parasite. I'm the parasite. These are the things I think of when I'm in the shower.
I think of
Self-hatred.
Taylor Swift's new song, which is really bad.
Wasn't it not a song? Wasn't that the joke?
Look
I
what
heard
you
it.
made me
It
do.
doesn't have a
Look
melody.
What you made me do. Look what you just made me do.
That was a shot at Kanye and Kim, right?
Kim Ye.
I'm sorry.
It was, it's not that bad of a song. I like the part where she's like, hello, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead.
That sounds like garbage.
The new music video must have debuted already.
Let's see, because it'll be on trending.
I think it was on GMA.
I feel like Taylor hasn't released a really good song in a while. Am I wrong in saying that?
I thought the one from 50 Shades was good. With Zayn.
That was a while ago.
That was last year.
It was just a lyric video.
No, but the other one, oh, okay.
Nope.
Google it.
I'm on YouTube right
I'm
now.
aware, but Taylor Swift has like this weird thing.
Taylor Swift, god damn it. Her ass got grabbed by that guy, so she countersued though.
And she only took $1.
Because it wasn't about the money,
Because she's a real Donald Trump.
Dude, she should have sued him for a ton and then put 100% of that money into that. Because she was showing that she, like, put that money into, like,
She
an
could have
abused
donated
women's
it to a
fund.
charity.
That's what I'm saying. Like, clearly that guy was a bit of a sleazeball. Obviously I don't know the gentleman, whom is not a gentleman.
He was a DJ, so those are like our cousins.
What?
DJs are like our cousins. We're podcasting.
Oh.
Wow.
See, I don't identify as a podcaster just yet. You have to build up that identity.
Well,
you can't immediately jump into it.
We're sitting in front of mics. One named
They're
Bert.
kind of crappy mics.
One named Ernie.
Yeah. They're snowballs. Eventually, we'd like to upgrade to, long term, the Rode Procasters. Rode, if you'd like to send us that and your video mic, go.
Yeah, let's give them an overview of where this podcast is gonna go.
Right, okay, so that's what we'll do. What are your goals for this podcast, Bailey? It's like a job interview. I've never done a job interview.
My goals at this job is to not make it like a job. I want to have some fan interaction.
But just to be clear, we will sell out if you pay us. Anybody.
Colby will release his sex tape at the legal age of 18.
At $1 million.
Just like the D's Nuts guy. Gotti?
Welvin. His name is Welvin.
Welvin is a genius.
Welvin's my idol.
What
He
were we saying?
needs to, you know what? He's like Kim Kardashian, but worse. He should have capitalized off of that. You can't start off with D's Nuts and then not immediately do a sex tape. So what Kim did is she started off as Paris's buddy.
Right.
Then she had the sex tape with Ray J.
Yes.
It was Ray J. Yep. I think there was a second one, but maybe that wasn't with Ray J. That wasn't with Kanye though.
Kanye, I think he was in one. She's been
maybe
in
he
a
was.
lot.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I got a problem. We need to talk about this real quick. This is gonna be an extra long podcast because we also got to talk about goals, but I keep getting sidetracked. Good one. So much spit, just it got pulled out by the ring pop.
Thank you. I wasn't gonna put my finger in my mouth again.
Yeah, I don't want your ring pop spit all over the pop filter, so don't. Good one. Good job. That was more.
Alright, what were you saying?
So, I think there's somewhere moderation is good in most things, and I think that should also include butts. And just everything.
Do explain.
Okay, so I think in recent years, the kind of standard of beauty has changed more to thick, which I hate that term so much.
But thick with 2 C's, it's
Yeah.
your slogan.
So, no, I'm not thick. I wish I had a butt. I'm just fat. I'm thick with a K, fellas. If you're looking down and dirty, I'm thick with a K, so keep that in mind.
I'm taken, but not taken. It's a really weird situation for me.
That's because he's a little bitch baby that hasn't finalized it.
I'm trying to buy a thing to make it sweet and get her a little necklace and
But he still owes me money for the mic.
Right. The money towards the necklace was taken.
I didn't know that. I hate that you did that to me.
I wasn't going to tell you because I didn't want you to feel guilty. Don't feel guilty.
Well, no, it's too late because
Don't
it doesn't matter because that's also your fault for you knew that I would be destroying potential love, or at least delaying potential love
If me and
because of that.
Brooke don't date, it's your
No,
fault.
because we know a Brooke. What's that?
We do.
What's that? No, I gotta.
Letitia.
I was gonna say Charmonique.
We're terrible.
Uncommon girls' names. Okay, let's go. Let's find an uncommon girl's name. Aya. No, because we gotta talk about Aya Stock.
Yeah, it can't be
Farrah, like Farrah Abraham. You good with that?
Sure.
Yes. Farrah Abraham had a sex tape. And it was completely fake. She was like, oh, this is totally legit, but it was shot by a porn company.
Isn't she the girl from Teen Mom?
Teen Mom.
Yeah.
Teen Mom season 1.
Gotcha.
She was on Teen Mom OG, then she got kicked off because she was making too many waves.
Didn't one of the Teen Moms die?
Oh, I'm sure so many of them have died in hit
Really?
and runs.
Rip to all Teen Moms.
Yeah, man.
My mom was a teen mom.
And she turned out alright. Do you think your mom would go on a reality TV show?
I tried so hard. I wanted her on Big Brother because she would end up stabbing somebody.
Legit stabbing somebody.
Legit stabbing somebody
Yeah.
with a kitchen knife. Hashtag
She could get
memories.
away with that.
Yeah. She'd get evicted, but I mean, hey.
Addicted to stabbing people or
No,
addicted to Big
evicted.
Brother? Oh, evicted.
Evicted from the house.
Speaking of, we got about 25 minutes until we need to watch some Big Brother.
We can probably skip tonight. I'm done with that show.
Thank God.
For this season.
Okay, so as I was saying, moderation.
Yeah,
That's something we got to work on for our podcasting skills, staying on topic.
Yes. We're very bad at that.
I don't even think we completed our first topic.
Hi, I'm Bailey, and welcome to the Not Quite
yeah.
Millennials podcast.
I'm pretty sure I said my name, so we're good. Do our voices sound at all alike? I don't think they do, right?
Hello?
Hello.
I don't know. That's a
It is
problem
I.
I have. Is it me you're looking for? I feel like we should finish each other's sentences so they can distinguish
How
us.
about let's not?
But what if we did?
I would not.
But I would.
And that's the difference between us.
And us.
Good one.
Frig.
So yeah, moderation. Kim Kardashian is too much. Like those pictures where she's like, she has like a curtain and she's covered in oil or whatever.
I was just gonna say, the paper magazine shoots.
Is that what that was? Too much.
Too much. I agreed. But
It's like gross, like her, and then there were those pictures of her butt where it just looks like she's aging.
what about Kesha's new album cover?
Is there a butt on that?
There is a butt on there. It's just Kesha.
I thought it was just her face. Oh no, I was
No,
thinking of Lady Gaga.
It's her turned around and she's
Her butt's out?
naked.
That's not a good...
She's naked and she's standing in a river of rainbow. I guess is the best way to describe
I
it.
thought she was trying to go like, straight. Like, straight, I mean like...
Like sexually straight or like not
like,
party girl straight?
Not party girl. I thought she was going, like she was done the TikTok era of her life.
I got like more of like this is a natural human vibe from it. If you know what I mean.
You're gonna keep making me look stuff up.
While he looks this up, we have a death poll going. Death poll and Deadpool, and I'm winning. Rip Adam West.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace.
The OG
Let's
Batman.
see if I can read that. On my side, we got Stanley. Oh boy, I will cry for 24 hours if that happens. Oh, that was a close call.
We should mention that the Deadpool was started by the late, the great, and the sometimes crazy Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher. Have you ever seen that show?
I think I actually like cried. Maybe when okay, so
I got angry. I didn't get upset. I got like
no,
mad.
HBO released a documentary on
That was a good one. I saw it.
yeah, on her mom and hers relationship.
Yeah.
And like how they're aging and like, dude, I like, there were moments in that when I openly wept.
Cause that's like Grandma Aggie too.
You have this attachment to her that I definitely don't.
You don't understand.
I'm definitely more attached to Carrie Fisher. Like
Halloween Town, I like watch it every year. This year's gonna be weird.
oh my god, yeah.
Like
Maybe we should do like a retrospective talking about Halloween Town.
I love Halloween Town so much. Can we go to Halloween Town next year? Like you can go to the
Is there
place.
a Halloween Town?
They like put the lantern up and they have all the actors there. We
Where
should
is
go
it?
this year.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Cool. It could be anywhere.
We could go to the
Where could we go?
Salem, Mass, where they shot Hocus Pocus.
They didn't shoot that in Salem, Mass.
Are you
But
sure?
it was supposed to be. It was set in Salem, Mass.
Because our music friend's mother is in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of the
Is
extras.
it like an act? Oh, she's an extra. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, was she like? She was the cat. We gotta find a name for our music friend.
And,
Shout out to our music friend. You know who you are.
Yeah, you do. And if you don't,
Damn it.
unicorns. Just think unicorns. Yeah, you know who you are.
Is that like that Tumblr shirt?
Nah, well, yeah. That's because
Yeah.
of Farrard. They definitely know who they are now. That is Gerard Way and his brother, who he is not sexually involved with, though he may be. You look very confused.
What the fuck is happening? Yeah, I don't know what's happening here.
My Chemical Romance reference. All you Tumblr people, you know what it's up.
Dude, what if our entire audience is just Tumblr girls?
You insulted them, like...
I didn't say there was anything wrong with Tumblr girls. I said that I think that the fact that Marvel's trying to appeal to them and not long-term fans is the problem.
Well, I think it's just because, like, they're the loudest, like, fan...
Yeah, and also
part.
Marvel doesn't want to be called, like, a sexist, racist company. Which, you know, they're owned by, not DC, Jesus Christ. Actually, at one point, DC did own Marvel through a bunch of, like, companies.
Wow. Funny how the world works.
Ain't it?
Ain't it fun living in the real
Flower.
world?
What we'll call our music friend Flower.
Flower?
Flower. Like,
Flower.
like, you know, in Harry Potter, for the Goblet of Fire, where it's the girls' school, and it's Flower de Flower.
Flower?
And it's an all-girls school. Is that, like, a normal thing in the wizarding world? You know what? I don't want to talk about Harry Potter, never mind.
Never saw it.
Imogen. I like that.
Imogen?
Yeah.
I can say
Music
it.
friend could be Imogen.
We gotta get, like, a checklist, though.
Yeah, just like a notes. Yeah.
I already forgot the other one.
Farrah.
Right. Teen
Talked
Mom.
about Farrah. Yeah.
Wow. Teen Mom, that's nice.
It's just too much. And then, what's her face? Kylie Jenner just did her first official nude shoot.
Did she?
Yeah. And she's, like, wearing a wig and, like, 10 pounds of eye makeup.
Is she even 18 yet?
Yeah, because the internet freaked out when she hit 18. Or they freaked out because they thought she was, like, 20, but then she's like, hi, turning 18. And, like, all the guys that were creeping on her were like, oh, no. That's no good. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're not gonna get distracted, Bailey. I know you're a very distracted person. I'm getting distracted by this page right now. Oh my god. Okay, so our plans for this podcast and the Not Quite Millennials brand.
Dun dun dun. That's not a scary thing. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Keep going.
Our impending greatness.
Or doom.
Dun dun dun.
This might last like one episode.
I hope we at least go for 10.
I'm going for a full season pickup.
I think if we run independent for a season, like kind of like a sort of a Black Mirror sort of deal.
Similar to Space Riders Division Earth.
Sure. Dude, the audio is all over the place volume-wise, so there's going to be some editing going on. But don't worry, because we can do it together.
Ooh, I'm going to set up all of the social medias.
Dude, really you will. We need to... You have the password to the Gmail, right? In notes.
We have a Gmail?
Yeah, we set up a Google account last time you were over here a couple times ago. Cool. You can look through your notes afterwards, because we have it. And you can have a SoundCloud account through Google, so we'll just, the more that we can have together, that'd be good.
So our goals, what are your goals for this podcast?
Goals for our podcast, as I said, I'd definitely like to expand into video at some point. I'm into directing. Bailey's more of he's basically a model.
Writer. I like writing.
But also he's an actor.
I hate acting.
I know.
He likes to make me uncomfortable.
Well, that's important, man. It's important to feel uncomfortable sometimes. I definitely think that to be the case. Yeah. Sponsorships eventually. Obviously, not until we get onto iTunes, which will take a bit.
We will do a face reveal at 250 Twitter followers that are not spam bots. Thanks.
Yeah, none of those weird spam bot porn accounts. It's like, visit this site to see my pics. Half of my followers are those spam accounts. One of them is my dad, and one is at the real Riri Williams, who is the new, I think she's still the new Iron Woman, equal opportunity.
That was a great cover-up. Fun fact. When you need to sneeze, when you're doing that whole, yeah, that, say applesauce and you won't sneeze.
Applesauce. Sorry, didn't mean to hurt your ears, Mary.
You just got called out.
Edit point for like the past 2.
Clap, I have a ring pop.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I'll just make the volume go down to 0. Because I didn't mean to. Allie and Mary, you know who you are.
Wait, what's like the twins from that scary movie? The one they're like, come play with us.
The Shining?
Yeah.
They don't have names. That's why they're scary.
Lizzie and Izzy. That can be their names.
Mary, Kate, and Ashley.
I like it. But shouldn't it be like Elizabeth and Kate?
Elizabeth is the hot one.
I like Elizabeth.
She is Scarlet Witch.
The other two just, they run a fashion empire. Nothing big.
Not anymore. This is in 2004. Did you like that sick rhyme?
It was great.
I'm not going to rhyme with time. Spoiler alert, or rather a twist. Time was spelled Thyme.
Wow, you're...
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
dropping these beats on a dime.
We're so white. We're the whitest people there are.
Hashtag was supposed to be named White Boys.
Oh yeah, that was one of our. What was another one that we had? Nothing. We had White Boys and Not Quite Millennials.
We let Siri decide it, and
Siri's a stupid
white girl.
Yeah. Hey Apple, you're racist because there's not an option to make Siri black.
Get up.
Oh boy. Jeez. Why did they do that emoji thing? Why was that a thing they had to do? Keep it all yellow.
I
Make
keep
them all
all
look
my
like the
emojis
Samsons.
yellow.
I'll do like it's nice to have Black Santa if you're talking about paper towns.
Black Santa. Okay, Black Santa. That's the only one that I've changed.
Exactly. That's like the only one that I'd use, Like, ugh. Bailey, get your heteronormative bullshit out of here. I don't like the way that you're touching that ring pop with your thumb. Your tough tongue. Am I to assume you have never seen, dude, we gotta wrap this up. Jeez, I'm getting distracted. I'm tired. This is really wound down. This has been an hour and 20-minute podcast.
You're welcome.
Yeah, geez, guys, you're welcome. People who are listening to this, it's fine to fast forward through it. Like, I wouldn't expect you to
listen
to the whole thing.
Speaking to future listeners in like 20 years, I bet we're a lot better.
Yeah, we probably have like a studio.
We came from humble beginnings, just like
Humble beginnings,
Lamar.
just like Jake Paul. White boy, but I'm from Ohio though. Yo, I'm Nick Crumpton, and my color stay poppin'.
England is
Yes,
a
I
city.
can rap, and no, I'm not from Compton. England is my city, and if not for Team 10, then the U.S. would be shitty. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think we should wrap this up.
Oh, this is...
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. Okay, so podcast goals. We got videos, sponsorships, better podcasts.
250 followers on Twitter.
250 followers on Twitter, face reveal. Just the nope. Yeah, okay, fine. What's our sign off?
Stay thirsty.
Okay, bye.